Hey, data streamer.
Hey, you, what's up?
Hey, I really have to talk about this with you regarding this. There's so much confusion about if I am on the internet, there's so much information of everything. We don't want to call it like fake news,
No.
but everybody is spreading information
Yeah.
like in every way possible.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's almost like I get the feeling that like very far right information is really like really shoving it down your throat, and leftist information is also really shoving it down your throat, and then
Yeah.
your algorithm also
Yeah.
yeah, fucks with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do
There's.
you deal with this?
Oh, I did deal with this. That's just kind of ignore a lot of it. But yeah, there is like this overflow of information these days. And it's not even that there's, and we're not even talking about like fake stuff. A lot of it is factual, but it's like there's so much of it that it can turn into disinformation. You know what I mean? It's like it's like rumors. It's like the rumor, the what's being told may be true, but because, like you said, they're shoving it down your throat so much that it kind of turns into a fake, because it's like, and I'm not. It's like this. You, it's like kind of like the boy who cried wolf kind of thing, but not really. But it's like the
Wait,
opposite.
can
Yeah.
you elaborate that one?
You know the story, the boy who cried wolf. The boy, the
No.
dude keeps calling the every time there's a wolf. Oh, there's a wolf. Oh, there's a wolf. Oh, there's a wolf. La, la, la,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh.
you know, and then when the wolf, but every time it's fake. But when the wolf
Yeah.
is finally there, nobody believes
Right.
him.
Oh, okay, okay, now I get
But
you. Yeah,
that's not. But it's like the opposite. It's like, oh, there's the wolf is real every time, but it's like exaggerated because of how often people are crying wolf, so it becomes fake in a way. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you see that with, for example, when you look at the migrant crisis in Europe. It's true, there are a lot of migrants. It's a lot. There's a lot of people coming over. A lot of stuff is happening. Blah blah. There's a lot of stuff happening. But when you're on the ground in like one of these towns, there's nothing happening. There's like, where's it? I mean, there's like some hot spots here and there, but it's like, what if you're just looking at the news? They're like showing actual video of migrants migrants misbehaving, doing all this bullshit. Actual video, it's like real. You're seeing it. Yeah, it's happening. Blah blah. And there's like all this stuff being shown, and it's all over the place. And we're talking about like the right wing media showing this. There, it's everywhere. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And you see this like this. There's like this entire anti-EU internet pipeline where they're showing actual issues with actual migrants in certain cities, certain places in Europe, that there are just problems because there's too many people from wherever, and then they just
yeah.
the entire.
With
But
mental health issues and stuff, and
yeah,
yeah,
but then when
carrying
you're,
it, you know.
yeah, exactly. But then when you're on the ground, when you're in those cities, it's like it's nowhere to be seen. This is what I'm talking about, the misinformation of information kind of thing. That's kind of like the idea I have about it. It's like, because, like you said, it's being shoved down your throat constantly. There's so much of it that it makes you feel as if it's everywhere. And it's like this weird internet thing where the news is like, and it starts radicalizing people because people think that there's like this horde of migrants, or if we stick with the migrant issue, this entire horde coming at them, when there's actually nothing really happening as bad as they're talking about. Like we do have a lot of issues with the migrant crisis really changed Europe. There's a lot of issues around it. A lot of migrants did do really bad stuff in Europe, and that's happening. I'm not really trying to deny all of that, but when you look at certain content creators on YouTube or on wherever you look at them, they make it seem as if there's like, like the end of Western civilization. That's what they're calling it. It's like whoa, yeah. It's like insane. But then when you look at like the other side, the leftists, what they are like calling, like, oh, I can't believe it. It's like there's like this insane misogyny, insane like anti-trans. All of these things are like, I can't believe it. It's all over. Blah 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 blah. And it's like when you're like in real life, it's like, oh, there's it's nothing that you barely see it,
is, like especially the far right side, they are really good at like pinpointing to or pointing to immigrants in this case of them doing criminal stuff.
Yeah, they are. They really love latching on to those stories. A lot. They do that a lot. It's fairly it's a common tactic. I mean, they've always done that. The far right tactics have not changed in a lot of years. They always blame the other group, some other group that comes in or something, and then, oh, it's their fault. They're the ones doing it. We have to stand against them. Blah blah blah. That's the classic left. The classic right wing strategy. Yeah, that's how they do it, and I mean it works for a lot of people. A lot of people fall for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not denying.
Yeah. I mean, it cannot be denied that it is actually happening as well, right?
Yes, there are issues. There are things that are happening as well, and it's like but it's like the degree. It's like, how bad is it really? Because one of the best examples was like, when I'm from Rotterdam, and in they made a migrant center in the south of Rotterdam, in a town that I lived in the south of Rotterdam, and they had a town hall meeting before they built the migrant center. And you can find it it's on YouTube, the video of this, and people were crazy. There was protesting. It was like insane, because this migrant center was gonna house 600 migrants, and they were gonna put it there in the town, and the right next to the town. And people were like, I can't believe it. You're gonna do all this crazy, all these people. Did you see what they do in Germany? They're like, all this stuff is happening, blah blah blah. And then like after the town hall, blah blah, the government still built the migrant center. And what happened after that? Nothing. Literally nothing. And
this is in the southern part of Rotterdam?
Yeah, near the town of Beverwaard in Rotterdam. But it's like nothing happened in the entire time, because the migrant center was there for 5 years. It's already closed. It's already gone. It's been gone for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
In that area, like already many immigrants live.
Yeah, I know, but even they were there. Even the immigrants, even the but they're like legal immigrants. People don't want illegals. Most people have no issue with legal migration or people living here legally. That's like most people don't.
Makes sense.
There were literally all kinds of people there, migrants, legal migrants, and whatever. They were all there and protesting against the center coming. But the center came and went. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. So it's like the issue was overblown. Even the political parties, PVV, Geert talked about it. All this stuff happened. People were like, I can't believe it. It was like megaphoned all over the place, everywhere. People were like, and then when it finally happened, where you were on the ground there in the Beverwaard and you saw what happened, nothing happened.
So people were just chilling.
Yeah, those migrants were just there.
So
every time I went by, because I I used to live there at the time. Every time I would by, I just saw a bunch of kids playing in the playground that they built there, and people just sitting around, just doing whatever. Sometimes you would meet them at the bus stop there because they were like going to the city or something. They would take the bus. That's it. Like nothing more. Like it was like whatever. And now the migrant center's been gone for like 4 years now. It's been, and nothing happened. Nothing happened during it, and nothing happened since. So whatever. That's what I mean. That's when I started thinking about this. Okay, this thing was like hyped up like this crazy thing where the town was gonna be destroyed. All these migrants were gonna be like doing all this illegal stuff, but nothing happened. And so that's when I started thinking about this. Okay, the information they gave us was factual, but it was fake at the same time. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah. But that we can also just call it like propaganda, right? Far right propaganda in this case.
Yeah, you could call it propaganda. Usually propaganda has like a connotation that it's fake, that they're just telling you some bullshit just to sell you something. But I mean, in this case, it's not exactly fake because there have been issues with migrants. They just, disproportionately talk about those issues as if it's happening everywhere. And then they just show like one random thing that happened in some random place, and then they act like it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, in Dutch we have that saying, right?
Which one?
Shave. It's so stupid if I translate it to English.
You said it in Dutch. What is it in Dutch?
Yeah, no, wait. Shave everybody under one comb. Onder één kam smeren.
Man, what? that one doesn't translate well at all.
no, that's why. But I mean, this is applicable, right? Because
yeah.
I mean, it's so extreme how the right wing, and again, don't get me wrong. I understand, especially the fear for that people have, right?
Oh yeah,
because of different ideologies and what you're saying, the issues. Yes, definitely. But
yeah.
Like that they actually talk about like the fugitives actually stealing and almost killing and fighting so bad, like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, I mean that's happened. That has happened. I mean, there's like there were millions of people that came over. At one point, the migrant crisis had like 1 million plus people. There are bad apples everywhere. Don't worry about it. They'll be there. There are gonna be some bad apples in there. But it's like it's the way it's presented, as if it's happening literally everywhere. The fall of the Western society. Like, and then like the other countries like Eastern Europe acting as if they're blocking everything and they're saving Europe and that kind of stuff. This is like, you're kind of overblowing the thing a bit. But I mean, I don't want to say that there are no issues. I keep repeating that because I want to make it clear that there are issues, and I actually disagreed with when Merkel said to just told everybody to just come over. That was like a really bad move because it just literally everybody just thought, okay, we're gonna just go. And then because before that, migration was like structured, and it could come, people would come in at certain rates, and it's like, yeah, we have the systems for it, and everything's going orderly, everything's fine, nobody's like, that's the thing. Most people don't have issues with migration. They have issues with bad policy, and the "wir schaffen das" Merkel policy, just inviting everybody, just come on over, is bad policy. And that's the issue. But I mean, that's a different topic. We're kind of straying from the topic. The point is that all of these things are like, there are facts that are being used as if they were fake.
Yeah.
Facts are being used so much that they become fake. We have this on the left as well, like with like Extinction Rebellion, you know,
Yeah.
like like Extinction Rebellion. I mean, I supported a lot of Extinction Rebellion stuff. You know that I'm big on climate change. As in like we gotta stop it, blah blah. But at one point, Extinction Rebellion went to an airport. I don't even think it was Schiphol. I think it was somewhere else. Maybe it was Schiphol. I don't know. They went to an airport here in the Netherlands, and they started to block airplanes from taking off. But these were like luxury airplanes, like private jets that were like rented by rich people randomly, whatever. Air taxis, you know, like whatever. So I was like, okay, sure. They're doing it because of the climate issue that the airplanes cause, blah 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 blah. Okay, if you look it up, all of the air flight, the entire footprint of the entire aircraft sector, airlines, cargo aircraft, whatever, everything, you count it all up, it amounts to about 2% or less of the global greenhouse gas emissions. 2%. You know. So so Extinction Rebellion went over there, this whole thing, but it's like just 2%. It's like, okay, you're not gonna make a lot of gains there. You know, there's like this whole stigma against like flying, or taking an airplane, and it's like, okay, I get it, it's factual. Airplanes produce per like kilogram or per like kilogram of matter that you're transporting. Airplanes produce a lot. Relatively they produce a lot. Effectively, it's around 2% or less than the total. So yeah, we can talk about relative, that they're, but like the place where you're gonna make the most gains is not airplanes. Factories, shipping, agriculture, those are the places where you're gonna make the most gains, you know. But then we have the of course the farmers protests. They're completely the opposite. But the farmers, for example, if we just keep it to the Netherlands, farmers are the entire agricultural sector in the Netherlands is 2% of GDP. Okay, but you saw all the craziness they caused in The Hague with all their tractors and stuff. You know,
they won.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say they won, but I mean they have the BBB, the party over there. But they caused all this blah blah blah. But the farmers. And also their other thing, like no farmers, no food. That's their slogan. And I'm like, yeah, okay, factual, yes, no farmers, no food, correct. But not you guys, because you guys, 60% of all food produced in the Netherlands is exported. You can look this up. This is like easy. This is like the easiest statistic.
Yeah, the Netherlands as a very small country is like a top 3 or something of world food export.
The number 2 after the US of food exports. Like what? Like how is this possible? You know why it's possible? Because 60% of our farms export whatever they make. That means that 60% of these guys in The Hague protesting, they can all just quit. And there would be no problems with the Dutch food supply. Internal Dutch food supply, I mean. With the internal Dutch food supply, the food we produce that we eat ourselves, there would be no problems there. If 60% of those guys quit. But also, 60% is a large number. So that means there are 100% farms out there that export 100% of their crops to another country. You know what I mean? They exist. I guarantee it. They exist. Farms that don't deliver anything to the Netherlands, and then they're still out there acting like they're like doing something for the greater good of the Netherlands, when all they are doing, what they're basically doing is they are importing the nitrogen production of another country into the Netherlands. That's what they're doing. That's what they are really doing.
Yeah, but to get back, like, okay, we talked about this misinformation of information,
Yes.
factual things which are being blown out.
Yeah.
I can imagine that this, like, in humankind, in the history of humans, when news originated, when newspapers and everything got distributed,
Yeah.
things like this was already happening, right?
Yes, of
But
course.
now we are 2025.
Mhm.
How does this situation make it more cyberpunk?
Well, because now every idiot on the internet can do it. Before this, the only ones who could do this were like governments, big news agencies, whatever. Now idiots like us can do it. We're just here.
Oh,
You can just spread your crap all over the place, and
yeah,
then
like we
that's
are
it.
doing right
Yeah,
now.
like we're doing right now. I mean, this is the cyberpunk. This is where it comes in. The internet caused a massive influx of all of this stuff. It amplified everything to the max, and now we're in this insane misinformation period where all the misinformation, or at least a large part of it, is verifiable fact. You know what I mean? It's like it's a fact, but it's fake at the same time. It's like so mind-boggling. All because of the internet, because of this like slow, or at least maybe slow, but this march into the cyberpunk future that we're having right now. That like literally anybody can just has a megaphone to just spread whatever they want. That's the difference between 100 years ago and now.
So, and in cyberpunk media, how is it based on our knowledge and uh, experience in what we have experienced in cyberpunk media? How do we think that cyberpunk misinformation of information will evolve?
Oh yeah, I mean we're seeing it already with like what do you call it, AI videos. You know, the newest update from the Google AI, the
Oh shit! Yeah,
VO3.
yeah.
Yeah, Uh, I'm not saying that they're gonna create fake videos. I'm saying I'm expecting more that they're gonna what do you call it, look at like change existing videos more. Like you have a video and then they like add things to it, or there's a video and then they like generate a different angle of it, or there's a situation somewhere and they generate a video of the situation. You know what I mean? Let's say there's like an explosion somewhere, but there's no actual video of the explosion. Let's say the explosion is in front of the White House or whatever. Just say that. Or not even the White House, just anywhere. Just say that the explosion in a verifiable place, something happened there. The address is known. This is where it is, and we see the aftermath but the explosion wasn't caught on film. But we just see the reporter standing in front of it. You could easily generate that explosion in one of these AI generators, and then just spread that video as if it was the explosion. But the explosion did happen, but the video is fake. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. And so like you could have like situations where it's like, oh, this happened, but here's a different angle. But the angle is fake, generated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The real video is sit, and then the angle is fake, generated. And they could even inject their own things in it, like make it a different angle, but it's showing something that didn't happen. But how can you verify? Because you know it happened. The situation happened. The protest happened. The riot happened. You name it. So there's like this. I expect it to be more like that. There's gonna be an event somewhere, and it's going to actually have actual footage mixed with fake generated footage. and we will
Yeah.
know which one it is. And now we're in the world of the misinformation of information. Now we're like, we don't know which one is real or whatever.
And there's always and still there's always like the two sides of the story, right?
Yeah, yeah, or
Which
multiple
which makes it
sides.
so hard.
Yeah.
I In the meantime, I asked ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to share the chat with you. Maybe you can share a bit of the content of this of this question of this prompt
Oh sure.
in the video.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, I described how it used to be, the distribution of news, and how it's now, as we just
Yeah.
talked about, and how this will evolve in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like it said here. I mean, it says things we just said. I mean, in the past, governments and big media companies control the distribution. We just said that. Standards for verification. There were standards exist indeed, but there was also censorship and propaganda. Yeah, we also mentioned that it was propaganda. But now, like we said, I mean, you can see it's like everyone's a broadcaster thanks to the internet. Yeah, speed beats accuracy. That's pretty much what we said. Algorithms amplify outrage. See exactly what we were talking about. It's being amplified. So yeah, I'm seeing in this. In this prompt, I'm seeing a lot of stuff: fake news, deep fakes, and echo chambers. Yeah, literally what we were just talking about is happening. But it's like a lot. Most of this is like with actual verifiable video.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the crazy thing about the where we're going. So you see, yeah.
But yeah, let's proceed because ChatGPT also describes the future. Where could we be headed? The risks, but also opportunities. So, yeah, could you read them through, Data Streamer?
Yeah. Let me see. Risk. You want to see the risks? Yeah. Where could we be headed? It says here, and then regulated platforms, AI-powered verification systems, personalized truth bubbles. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Truth bubbles. So it's like, There, you could read that in two ways. Truth bubble is like, usually when people say truth bubbles, they mean like your own truth, which is not verifiable truth. It's like kind of like an opinion. Like, yeah, I think this, but truth bubble can also literally mean truth bubble. Like, this is a fact, and because you know it's a fact, you're already in a bubble, and that bubble propagates that fact and amplifies that fact. And then your like, it's like this craziness, you know what I mean? Yeah. Digital media literacy is a core skill, and verified humans versus bots. Yeah, those things are gonna be important. Digital media literacy, because you're gonna have to understand and know about what is fake or not. You're gonna have to be able to detect it. And humans versus bots, you're gonna also have to learn how to detect those. It's gonna be really crazy.
And especially point 4, digital media literacy as a core skill. Look at the second point. Kids will be taught to question sources, recognize bias, and handle complex data early on.
Exactly.
That sounds, exactly. That's how the new generations could be saved.
If you're looking at this list, I think recognizing bias is probably the most important part here. Because depending on the speaker, you should be able to detect the bias as soon as they start talking. You should be able to, okay, I get it based on what they're saying. You understand, okay, now I know your bias. This is your bias because you're saying these things. That's usually how I operate. When you notice like the pattern, the speech pattern of the group, whichever group, left wing, right wing, middle, center, whatever, I don't give a shit. The group, you notice their speech pattern, then you can start detecting their people, and they're like, okay, so you're using these speech patterns. You're using these words in this way. Okay, you're from that. You're okay. Now I understand your bias. Like that kind of stuff. And risk ahead, authoritarian use of anti-fake news laws. Oh yeah, exactly. Over reliance on AI fact checkers, emotional manipulation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this all of this is very. You're like, yeah, those are the risks. The
Do you see the
anti-fake.
opportunities as well?
Yeah, I see them. But like the
Okay, okay, sorry.
anti-fake news laws, there are a few of those here and there, but usually that comes down to censorship. So that's like the weird
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah.
It's like, oh, anti-fake news, we're censoring. That's but like whatever. It's like the Spider-Man meme. You have the glasses on, or you have the glasses. And it's like, we're anti-fake news, and then you take the glasses off. We're censoring everything. Okay, I get it. Whatever, that meme. I'll put the meme on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, opportunities. Global fact-checking coalitions. I mean, those have been around for a long time. It's not really new. It's not really new, but it's been around for a long time. Creative formats.
Yeah, but I think that the technology around that also could be evolving, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's evolving. We saw like, well, for example, when the Ukraine war happened, we saw that like fact checkers that were checking if certain videos from the war were real or not. That exploded. Now you have entire communities that's all they do. They verify if certain videos are fact or not, or if they're fake, or if they're just like, oh, this video is actually like 10 years old, but they said that it was posted today as if it happened yesterday. That kind of stuff. OSINT, open source intelligence, that kind of stuff, exploded thanks to the Ukraine war. And those are very good things, because they also can deliver evidence to like courts and for lawsuits and that kind of stuff. Creative formats like visual explainers. Yeah, this is just like, content creators on YouTube. I mean, okay, sure. Independent journalism. Yeah, that independent journalism has been flourishing for the past 15 years on YouTube. It started exploding around 2010, and it's been only growing ever since. This is like, this is the future right now. The big news media is dying. They're just like whatever. People are more interested in independent journalists that just they can relate to. That's it. And also a powerful thing of the independent journalists is that they say they are biased. A lot of them say they're biased. So that yes, they are. They say they're biased. They like say, yeah, I'm telling you this because I am biased for this topic. They say that outright. Unlike the news media that tries to say that they're not biased, that they're independent, blah, 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 blah. That's the classic journalism thing. I mean, good journalists should be unbiased, but it's very hard for humans to be unbiased. So most humans don't believe it when somebody says they're unbiased. So that's why they believe these independent YouTube people more, because the independent YouTube people say they have their bias, and that's why they are reporting this and this and that. Because they have a bias and they think it's a blah blah blah. That's you see that a lot in these independent news media people. So yeah, it's an interesting list. It's funny how it like covers everything that we talked about just now. It kind of shows that we're not complete idiots out here. So it's pretty good.
Even like confirming our a bit of our predictions based on what we are used to from cyberpunk media.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's pretty crazy how accurate these things are. When you look at these movies and stuff. I mean, you saw like for example, in the whole Ghost in the Shell standalone complex series, how the Laughing Man incident was like completely a prediction of Anonymous and like online online banter, online stuff. It was so insane how well it predicted that thing like 10 years before Anonymous showed up. That kind of stuff. It's so crazy. It's so yeah. Cyberpunk media is still a powerful tool to predict future societal issues. So that's why it's always worth it to look at cyberpunk media, read cyberpunk media, or whatever. It's always very good to see that stuff.
Well, let's read through the final thought of what ChatGPT is sharing with us.
Oh,
The future of news isn't just about tech, it's about trust. We'll need to reinvent what credibility looks like, how we teach critical thinking, and how we create shared realities in an age of infinite voices.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Dear listeners, viewers, please share your thoughts about it in the comments below. Let's learn from this and support us by liking and subscribing. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.